be considerate. Being considerate is the key to success. Always thank others. Anytime any one of your students says, Ms. Smith, I think this, it might be totally off. You might say, Jeremy, thank you. That feels pretty good. Have you ever heard your grandma say, thank yous go a long way? That didn't really change at Creekview High School. And it doesn't change with 14-year-olds, or 15-year-olds, or 16-year-olds. It's just a principle that works. It's just, we need to learn to say thank you. Hey, thanks. Have you ever had students that are always saying sorry for everything? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, quit. But we as teachers, we need to learn to say thank you. You want to connect with your students, you want to reach them, you want to be able to really impact their lives, be considerate. Thank them. Never return rudeness with rudeness. That never works. Get them on your side. Win them over. There's a term that says, if you sleep with pigs, you'll smell like pigs. Never stoop to their level. That's harsh. But I won't stoop to your level. I'm going to help you. We're going to turn it around. I remember at Dad Long, I had a young student that walked in and he put his head down and went to sleep. The next time he came in, he decided to distract the whole class. When the bell rang, he said, hey, come here. I said, let me tell you something. I'm glad that you're here. But you're distracting my class. And if you don't want to learn, I'm okay with it. But there's other students who do. So I tell you what, you did really good the first week because you went to sleep. So he looks at me like, I'm confused. So I'll tell you what, I'm not even here for you anyway. I'm just here for students that want to learn. So why don't you just keep coming? But just put your head down and go to sleep so the others can learn. And he said, okay. And he walked away. And as he walked, I said, hey, wait a minute. But whenever you are ready to learn, I'll be here. All right. Third week comes, he walks in with his Mr. Lopez. Hey, how are you? I said, you gonna take a nap? Yeah. All right. Good. He went to sleep. When the bell rang, I said, hey, yeah, thank you. He said, I don't think he'd ever been thanked for sleeping in somebody's class. He got a thank you for sleeping. The next week came around, the teacher goes, just leave him alone, he'll be fine. You remember Eddie saying, you know when I was paying attention, I was paying attention. The next week came around, he went to sleep again. So I made sure I was in the front door and said, hey, thanks, man. He said, okay. He just walked away. But check this out. The fourth week came around. He didn't sleep anymore. He just sat there and just watched. Didn't feel anything out, but he just watched. The fifth week comes around. He's filling out his paper. The sixth week comes around. He's asking questions. By the end of the school year, he had no longer missed because he had been truant the year before. He wasn't missing school anymore. He didn't have parties. And two of his teachers came to me and says, what did you do to him? I said, I let him sleep. They said, he's a bright student. He answers like all the questions in class now. And he's turned it around. Yeah, you know why? Because we were considerate. It could have been a total turnoff to say, hey, you don't sleep in my class. You're going to sit up and you're going to pay attention. And have you met teenagers that can do 10 different things and they're still paying attention? I don't know how they do it. But we were there once. We were able to do it. We just kind of lost it. We had trouble. You know, the other day I went bike riding with my son. He goes, hey, Dad, remember when you were a kid and you used to ride bikes? I said, yeah. Remember we used to write with no hands? I said, well, you know, I still have my hands, so I didn't really write with no hands. No, I know what I'm talking about. I said, yeah. Why don't you try it now? I said, oh no. I said, I'm over 40 years old, son. There ain't no way I'm going to ride this bike and take my hands off of it. I said, it just takes longer to recover these days. But we must be considerate with our students. Just thank them. They don't have the right answer? Thank them. They give you the right answer? Thank them. They give you a compliment? Thank them. They don't give you a compliment? You say, hey, thank you for being my student. I'm so glad you're here. You're going, okay. That's different. Have you ever had a good boss? Who's here has good bosses? Not currently, because, you know, I know this is yeah, they're taking names right now, right? Well, by the way, we already turned in the names of those that didn't have hands yesterday. Have you ever had a good boss that, you know what, that boss, he can ask you to work on a Saturday, and they say, but I can't pay you. You say, no problem, I'll come in, right? But have you ever had that bad boss that you're saying, man, could you get run over like by a bus? You know, could he go like somewhere else, like to another planet? You know, jeez, who raised him? You know, you've got all these kind of questions. Why the bad boss image? The bad boss image that will not encourage, doesn't stand with you, will not help you grow, is not even interested in your development. He just wants an objective done. But the good boss is considerate. The good boss encourages. The good boss helps you, and it matters to him that you start and keep growing. So you'll do anything. Could we become that as teachers at Creek High School? Could we be those good bosses that are considerate and encouraging? Because students, you heard Eddie today. He said, you know, I didn't have parents that modeled me. That's what he was saying. I didn't have parents that were just giving me these things. But I had somebody who did. And you are that somebody. You are that person. You were hired not to do a job. You were hired to impact lives. You were hired to help students find their passion in life. This is what I tell students. When you find your passion in life, you'll never work again. About a year ago, my wife's grandmother, who was 103, passed away. What you don't know about my wife is that she's got about 400 cousins in the city, which we hadn't seen like most of them in 15 years, because there's just too many. And they came up to me at different times and said, so what do you do? I said, I'm unemployed. Oh, okay. And I just kind of walk away. It's like, Mary's like, why are you telling me? I said, it's just too long to explain what I do. And I am unemployed because I found my passion in life. I don't wake up to an alarm clock anymore. Whenever I wake up, that's what time my day starts. Now, my day starts between 4:30 and 6:45 every day. But that's just when I wake up. There's no more Mondays in my life. Have you ever been on a Sunday night, laying in bed, and you're going, oh, tomorrow's Monday. I don't have those anymore. Because what I do is what my passion is. Every day is payday. You remember the first day you got your check? Your first check of your first job? Remember how that felt? Mine was Grandy's. It was $182.68. It was great. You know, when I saw that little yellow stuff, going, oh man, this has my name and that's mine. I live my life that way every day. Every day is payday. Could we as teachers live our life that way? Because what you're doing is what you're passionate about. You're really unemployed. This is a lot of fun. If it ain't fun, I won't do it. It's got to be fun. So, be considerate. Never return rudeness with rudeness.